Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I think you are going to be very impressed with these 8 pieces from Sezane I have to show you today. Each piece is exquisite, chic, feminine, and sophisticated, just the way I like it. And I think you're gonna love it too. So stick around and let's get right into it. These 2 items I bought purposely to wear them together because I wanted a head-to-toe pink look. The first item is the Emile Cardigan. This is the mottled pink color, and I really am absolutely in love with this. This is an alpaca, wool, and polyamide blend. It's an oversized sweater with a little bit of a boxy feel, and the sleeves are rather a little slightly balloon in style. I love the tonal buttons. It really just makes a very seamless look to it, and it's such a cozy sweater. I really love it. It does run a little big, so I picked up the size small, and I'm so glad I did because it does fit me really well for this size. I just did not want it to be bulky. I do plan to wear this closed and tucked in, but I'll play around with it and see if I like it opened as well. Here is a close-up of the fabric. You can see that it's kind of intertwined with a little bit of white thread throughout it. So up close, you can see that it's a little bit of a pink and white hue, and just creates a beautiful texture on the sweater. And to create a tonal monochromatic look, I went with the Cillian Trousers from Sezane. These are long trousers, and the website calls this a low waist. However, it was coming right up at my belly button, so I wouldn't exactly call that low. It's almost more of a mid-rise, slightly on the high side. It has functioning pockets as well as a pleated design. As you can see, it does not have any belt loops. I'd say that might be my only pet peeve about these trousers, because aside from that, I'm absolutely head over heels in love with them. These trousers are comprised of recycled wool and recycled polyester, as well as a little bit of viscose and elastane thrown in as well. The length is quite long on them. I had to wear them with my extra tall stiletto heels so that they don't hit the ground, and I'm 5'7" for reference. I think that's wonderful that Sezane always makes their trousers on the long side because it gives you a lot of room to play with as far as hemming them to the length that you need. They also do have quite a big hem in case you need to let it out a little bit. For the fit, I went with my usual size 6, which is the French 38, and I'd say that they're very true to size. I think they fit beautifully around my waist. Again, they fit me just at my belly button, and I think it was a really good fit, not too tight and not too loose. I'm glad I don't need to rely on any belt loops as they fit just fine without it. I think this combination is a match made in heaven. Let me know what you think of it. I'm really loving it. I'm definitely keeping both of these pieces because they are just perfect together, and I'm sure they'll be incredible apart too. I'm always partial to a sweater dress in the winter time because it's an easy one and done piece. I think it always looks chic, always looks polished and put together. So I saw this on Sezane's website. I had to try it. It's the Mathie Dress. It's 100% merino wool. The material itself is rather lightweight. It's not one of those thick, chunky sweater dresses that could be a little overly hot sometimes. That's why I was very drawn to this, because I could easily get away with this in my Southern California weather without overheating. I think you can easily layer some thermals and some tights under this if you need to warm up a little bit more. I love the crew neck and the buttons here. It's always a detail I'm drawn to on Sezane's clothing. And it's a little bit of an oversized fit, but I wouldn't say it's overly large. I did actually try belting it, and it's coming up a little too short on me when I try to belt it. I'm just gonna leave it where it is. It does come up mid-thigh, but it makes it all that more wonderful to wear with my thigh-high boots, which I'm always looking for an excuse to wear. This is the camel beige color. This does have a multitude of sizes left, from extra small to extra large. This has almost every size still available, and I'm wondering why, because it is a beautiful sweater dress and I think it's a really good find. Now these trousers I've seen on Sezane's website for quite some time. They come in a multitude of colors and they look really beautiful, but for some reason I just haven't given them a try. I don't know what I've been waiting for because these are absolutely exquisite and I'm totally in love with them. I'm talking about the Martin trousers. These are high-waisted trousers, full length. They have a flat front detail here with just a little bit of darting, but for the most part they are flat front. They also have real pockets on the front and fake pockets in the back. It's a polyester and wool blend. They're a nice heavy material and they drape and fall really beautifully on the leg. These are quite long, like most of Sezane's trousers. I did try pairing it with a kitten heel, but they were a little too long for that, so I did have to go up to my higher stiletto heel. And I am 5'7" for reference. Of course, you can always hem them to the length that you need. For the fit, the website does suggest that they run a little large, so if you're in between sizes to size down, but I beg to differ because I went with my usual size 6, and they fit me absolutely perfectly at the waist. In fact, if I were to gain just a pound, they probably won't fit me. And another thing to call out, these don't have belt loops either, which is fine because again, it fits me beautifully at the waist, so I don't need to hike them up at all. I picked them up in the navy color and they're available in almost every size. I say that these are definitely a winner and one that you should check out. In fact, I'm going to look at what other colors are available because these are some beautiful trousers, and based on my past experience with Sezane, if you've looked back at some of my older videos from a couple of years ago, I was running into a lot of trouble with fitting Sezane trousers, but I'd say lately I'm on a bit of a winning streak. I've paired it with my gas-bar jumper for a monochromatic look, but this is definitely a very versatile pant that you can wear with a multitude of colors. It's a beautiful neutral, and I can't wait to keep styling these up. We're about halfway through the video, and I hope you're loving these Sezane pieces as much as I am. If you are, please remember to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you are new to this channel, I'd love it if you please take a moment and subscribe. I think a lot of you out there are watching on a weekly basis, but you haven't quite clicked on that subscribe button, so please go ahead and do that. It helps out the channel tremendously. I'm so close to 20,000 subscribers, and it would be the biggest gift if you can help me get there before the end of the year. Thank you so much for being here, and now let's get back into the haul. I've never tried this piece before, but I had to see what all the hype is about. It is one of Sezane's very popular cardigans. It's not the gas-barred cardigan, it is the Betty cardigan. This is my first time trying this, but I had to see why everyone loves this so much, because I am seeing it across the board that it's a very popular style, comes in a multitude of colors. I just had to try it out. This is 100% merino wool. It's very beautifully constructed. I'd say it's a thick knit, but not too thick. It's definitely going to keep you warm. Has working buttons down the front and 2 pockets across the chest. It has a cuffed sleeve as well, and it has a little bit of a boxy fit. I chose a size medium, and I'd say it's very true to size. It fit me beautiful through my shoulders as well as my chest, and I tend to have very broad shoulders, but my chest is not that big. So, just for reference. So what's my opinion on this Betty cardigan? Am I in agreement with all those Betty lovers out there? I'd have to say I think I'm a little on the fence on this one. It is a beautiful cardigan. I love that it's a little bit of a cropped style. I have to say I don't think it's suitable for a full tuck, but I was able to do a half tuck in the front, and I do think it looks really chic that way. Although these are not overly large pockets, I think I am a little bothered about them being across the chest like this. I would much have preferred this to be a flat, simple, plain front. I styled it with an old corduroy skirt from Sezane, and I do love this tonal look, but I'll have to play around with this a little bit more to see if I can fall in love with it. Right now, I'm a little iffy about it. Let me know out there if you've tried this, if you love it, what colors do you own, and what are your overall thoughts on it, because I'm just a little skeptical about it. I'm just not quite sure if it fits with my personal style. I'm always drawn to an off-the-shoulder top. I find it very sexy and sophisticated, so I had to try the jumper from Sezane. This is the Aurore Jumper, a Bordeaux top, long sleeve, and a little short. I'd say it's a little cropped, but not too cropped, but it's definitely not a long sweater. At first, I thought this had a very gas-barred jumper feel to it, but it is comprised of different material. It's 33% kid mohair, 33% wool, 28% polyamide, and 6% elastane. For the feel, I'd say it had the very slightest little bit of itch to it, which I got used to as I was wearing it. I tend to not be sensitive to itchy fabrics at all. I just wanted to call that out just in case you are a little sensitive to it. I chose the size medium, and I'd say it fits me just fine. It might be running a little on the small side, and that is what the website does say, that if you're between sizes, to size up. I do have to say, when I'm wearing it as the Bordeaux top off the shoulder, the sleeves are quite long on me, and I do have very long arms to begin with. For them to be coming up long on me, it felt a little weird. Then of course I'm trying to pull them up because I do enjoy pulling up my sleeves, and as I'm pulling up my sleeves, the Bordeaux top is riding up and making it look like a cowl neck, which I'm not into. I'm wondering if sizing up would help with that situation, because maybe it was just a little small on me. I do have very broad shoulders, and it didn't feel that it was tight on me, but perhaps maybe just the motion made it ride up because it just wasn't a good fit for me. I paired it with my Giacomo trousers, which I absolutely love, and I think the gray one ones are sold out on Sezane, but hopefully they have other colors that you can look into because they are fabulous trousers. And you can see I was able to do a tuck in the front with this sweater. I do think it's a beautiful sweater. It's a great date night option. It has a very sexy, sophisticated feel to it. Let me know what you think of this one if you've tried it and what your thoughts are on it. I do love the concept of this sweater, but I can't say if I'm absolutely in love with the execution. If you are on the hunt for a black midi pencil skirt, Sezane has the perfect one for you. This is the Musetta Skirt, and oh my goodness, I'm so in love with this one. It is a high-waisted midi-length skirt, pencil style, and it has a slit in the back. If you're looking for a pencil skirt that fits tightly but does not show every lump and bump on your body, this is the perfect one for it because it's going to give you a lot of confidence. It's comprised of 70% wool and 30% polyamide. It's going to get you through those cold winters because it is a very warm skirt. The website suggests it runs a little large if you are in between sizes, but I went with my usual size 6 and it fits me absolutely like a glove. The waist is beautiful and it's high-waisted. It's coming up just above my belly button. Although it's midi length, I'm not mad at it because I really love how this looks. I put this with a bodysuit that I recently picked up from Abercrombie & Fitch, but I'm also envisioning this with the Aurore Jumper that I just showed you. This is a gorgeous, sophisticated, and elegant skirt that you can wear to the office or wear it out to a date night. It's really just a beautiful, stunning piece. Shockingly, it's available in every size right now, which I can't understand because I don't know why more women haven't gotten their hands on this. If you saw my last Sezane haul, I tried the Michelle jacket and I fell in love with it. So that prompted me to try another jacket from Sezane. This is another first. I've never tried this one before, but it's the Christie Jacket, and I had to pick it up in the navy velvet because 'tis the season, right? Just look how exquisite that looks. It just looks so rich and regal, and I just love it. I've been wanting to get a velvet jacket for the season, but the ones at Mango and H&M and I don't know, the other places, they all got sold out so fast. But I saw this on Sezane's website, so I just had to try it. It's a double-breasted jacket with 2 pockets here that are functioning and a pocket up here, which I'm not quite sure if you can unstitch it, but why would you? There's no need to put anything there. And it has some beautiful button detail on the sleeve. For the fit, I'd say that this is not an oversized jacket by any means. I think it's rather fitted. The website does suggest to size down if you are in between sizes, but based on the way that the Michelle jacket fit, I decided to go up a size to a 40 size 8, and I'm glad I did because it is quite fitted, I would say. I sized up because I always need to make room for my shoulders. I did try to belt it for a cinched look, but I don't think that was working for me. I'm very happy to just leave it open and let it be. I styled this up in a very holiday look with some faux leather trousers and a silver bodysuit that I picked up at H&M. I'm not quite sure if this is an item I would reach for in the non-winter season because I do equate this with holiday style. But I do love how chic and sophisticated this looks. I think it would also look very chic if you dressed it down with just a t-shirt and a pair of jeans. Please tell me what your favorite item was. Shopping links are below if you want to do a little shopping and treat yourself. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet already. Happy holidays, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Bye.